welcome to the Starfall Collective Season 2, King of the Cloudy Sea. To the Starfall Collective Dungeons
What
and
were you about to
Dragons
say?
5th Edition Adventure.
Yes.
I'm Matthew
What is
Talamini, your
that?
Dungeon Master. I'm a writer and web developer based in Providence, Rhode Island, and you
What
can
does that
find
say,
my
Dave?
stuff at MatthewTalamini.com. That's Matthew, Talamini.com. With me are some of my college buddies. David Farrell playing Karaok, or Gravy, a lizard folk ranger. Say hi so people know who you are and tell them what that text meant.
Hi, I'm David. It's just a friendly little greeting to our benevolent GM.
What did
It means
say?
he has prepared his body for death, and he gives you his
He's
respect.
already died. What's he prepared for?
Dwight Canal playing Finnetir, an elven cleric of Pond. Say hi so people know who you are and tell them where they can find your stuff.
Hi. And this week I'm sponsored by these amazing ginger chews that I found. They're very good. You should get them if you like ginger and chewy things.
Don't worry about the brand, folks. That's a fool's game. You just get yourself some good old ginger chews. Brought to you by the Ginger Chews Council. Ginger Chews. For when you need your mouth and your tummy to freshen up.
But Josh keeps talking, so I won't.
Joshua Suich playing Malmer, an elven cleric of Chernobog.
No, he's not.
Although he will not be playing Malmer in this episode. If he plays anyone at all, it will be somebody else.
There's no Malmer here. Only Tiffany Perkins, representative of the Ginger Chews Council.
Do you have any old pots you can bang together?
Ginger Chews, for when you really need to get your dentures unstuck from your mouth.
I don't understand what's going on. Hi, Josh.
Sounds like you need a ginger chew, young man. That'll straighten you right up.
I feel
Beat
like
that
I always
horse,
find when I'm
Josh.
confused about a thing, by the time I finish a good old ginger chew,
Beat that horse dead.
I've forgotten what
not for
we were
horses.
talking about.
Me too. I'm gonna kill your characters. It's gonna be completely fair.
What'd I tell you?
We did not come to this place to live. We came to fight.
My question
Dave is
is,
holding up a sign for anybody who's listening to this on
We who are
podcast
about to die salute you.
in Latin. What we see at the beginning of this episode is an unbroken expanse of flat, white mist under a pure blue sky. Now I want you to imagine, dear listeners, dear readers,
and
dear
also the
viewers,
people who are listening who aren't dear.
and those who are not dear to us as well. Flying southeast, something like a scaly giraffe with hang gliders stretched between its legs and a 6-foot-long razor-sharp beak. This is Dave's character, Karaok, in Quetzalcoatlus form. He is a were-Quetzalcoatlus. As he passes, you see his
3
shadow
hours.
in the sun, stretching its strange fighter jet shape. Then I want you to hear in your mind the distinctive theme music from the hit 1975 Steven Spielberg motion picture Jaws.
Dun,
Can you hear it?
dun,
We wait a little while,
dun.
and we see a shallow depression in the mist passing below us as something very large, nay, technically speaking, gargantuan,
I'm gonna fly higher.
in the
Aha.
same direction. Fennetir and Kara
Up, 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 up.
Remember,
This
I
is-
have a passive 18 perception.
This is the morning of the day after you left the Fujin. You're currently flying.
Ooh, so we've had a long rest.
Yes, we narrated that long rest at the end of last episode.
Oh, let's see. I have spell slots. Good.
You are currently flying towards Three Ways on the first of the 5 remaining 3-hour flights that it will take you to reach your destination. After each flight, you do have to rest for 1 hour or take a level of exhaustion. and you'll need your long rest as well each night. Finnetir, if you're riding bareback, that's pretty tiring. You will also need some rest.
But I get it. It's built in.
What's built in?
The rest. We're stopping.
Well, right now you're flying.
Uh-huh.
First of all, describe how you're flying. Tell me anything special that you do, or just give us a little color as to how you go about making this 3-hour flight. For storytelling, I like it during these journeys so it doesn't get repetitive. If your characters can use their special talents to help themselves along, you might get rewarded by a grateful storyteller for making things more entertaining. All right, so a drunken elven priest is riding on the back of a giant Quetzalcoatlus.
Yeah.
And there's nothing interesting to say about that.
We're all about efficiency here.
I have a stick that I like breaking in half and then mending.
Just over and over again.
Yeah, I like breaking it in like different ways.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Tashash
idea.
or
testing
Gravy.
the mending.
Corral.
Gravy tries early on in the journey. Gravy tries to talk with Finnetir a couple times, but being in Quetzalcoatlus form, he's largely incomprehensible, and it also makes a lot of noise. So he.
Do you have
quickly
like a
stops
different
that.
language you use? Is there like a
Well, I have
Quetzalcoatlus
different
language?
different shaped vocal cords.
Can you speak like English
Nope.
or standard or whatever?
He's unable to speak or to interact with his equipment normally.
Ah,
Yep.
well there we go.
Well,
Finnetir does not
This,
understand you. Oh,
Yep.
unless you can speak deep speech.
No, don't think so.
No, you're saying you can't speak at all.
can't speak.
Oh no, I can. I can just it's just squawks and hisses and.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna have to learn that one.
right. Yes.
Invented language by Gravy.
That's in accord with the rules.
Yep.
Roll me up a perception check. Both of you.
An active perception, or can I just use my passive?
This the DC of this check is higher than your passive perception.
Ah, well, I fail. 14.
I got 16.
A little more time goes by.
We're gonna die, Dave.
He's gonna murder us. He's just straight up gonna murder us.
Give me
I
another
start
perception check.
I start just poison spraying in a circle. Everything within 10 feet of us sprayed with poison.
How high are you flying?
Hmm?
More than 10 feet.
How high do I need to fly
For what?
to not die?
Well, you have to pass a perception check to know that.
I do have the favorite terrain in the Cloudy Sea, so I think I would have a pretty good idea of the things that might catch a large bird and
You
how
do.
to avoid them.
Oh, I'm going to add guidance to my next perception check. And you
Well-
can have it too, Dave.
You would know that among the inhabitants of the Cloudy Sea are dragons, giant birds of various kinds, various things that don't really need to be moored anywhere. There are flying kobolds. Lots and lots of flying things live in a place where there is no ground. And you can't fly higher than any of those. So
Great.
it's not like
You're not a U2,
and
and you
actually,
still haven't found what you're looking for.
I'm going to use all the wisdom and experience that I have as my character
Mhm.
to do my utmost to avoid encountering things.
That's very good. So you're probably flying pretty high up.
Probably.
Make me another perception check.
And add a D4 to it.
That is a dirty 20. No, 18. Sorry.
That's with a D4?
Dirty 18. Yep.
Well, I only got 13. How can my active perception be worse than my passive perception? I feel like the floor should be.
You go for another hour. Nothing eventful happens. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
It's getting near time where you need to begin looking for a place to land.
All
Make
right.
me another perception check. This is not to try and land, but for another thing.
Dwight, do I have the buff?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh my goodness. I rolled a 1, so that would be a 13.
I rolled a 22.
Fennetir,
Uh-huh.
behind you,
Yeah!
you see one of the distinctive, interesting motions that the Kraken sometimes make in the cloudy sea, which is called breaching, where they
Bar she blows!
That
loft themselves up above the clouds. They go about 40 feet high, maybe 30 feet high usually. In a
I'm
big,
flying
sort of
well
wide
above
arc.
that. Well above that.
It's a good ways behind you.
Much higher than 40 feet.
Yeah, but we're about to stop.
It's a good ways behind you right now.
Are there any
But you
islands
see it, and
taller
you do
than
see
40
it,
feet?
that it's
Is it white?
It's hard to tell what direction a kraken is traveling when it breaches.
What is it, white?
It is not the silvery color
Silver.
of the most terrible and feared kraken in all the sea, Enma. This is some other kraken.
Shh, I'm not afraid. Remember when we killed that other kraken? There's probably nobody else with us when we did that.
Right. Can I make... Go ahead.
I was just asking, are there any islands that are taller than 40 feet around here?
Most islands end up a little bit lower than the surrounding sea level, than the level of the mist. Some of them stick up a little bit, but it's barely ever more than 5 or 10 feet.
Oh,
If
I
by
do
islands you
remain
mean
as a part of my natural explorer
Mhm.
thing. I do remain alert to danger even when engaged in another activity.
Yep.
So, just a friendly reminder.
Yep.
Is there danger about?
That
that
does
I'm
not
alert
mean
to.
that you automatically know of all danger to you. Just
I'm
that
at.
while you're
I'm-
like cooking or something, you're as alert as you would be if you were paying attention normally.
All right. I'm flying.
You don't get a
And
distraction,
You are
subtraction.
as alert
You
while
gotta-
flying, and your perception checks are unhindered by any activity that.
In fact, they're blessed by pawn.
All right.
I think we should rest for the night and get ready to
What-
fight a kraken.
It's not night, right?
It's not
Not
night.
yet.
Well, it's resting time.
Right. Yeah. Look for a place to land. And I would like to try to do so stealthily, if I may.
Oh yeah, do the pass without trace, man. If it's
Using
following
stealth.
us.
I might try to lose it normally first. I only
Got it.
have 2 spell slots.
Go ahead and make that stealth roll, and go ahead and make that survival check.
And you can add 1d4 to it.
Oh, 1d. Okay.
Both of you roll stealth.
Uh-oh. Actually, I'm not terrible at stealth. I'm good at perceiving and at being stealthy. Those are the only two things.
Okay. This is for stealth.
Of course, the base dice isn't very good.
You know what?
Nice.
I'm going to take a picture of this D20 that I just rolled because it came up 20.
I got 12 for stealth. Did you say I also need to do
I got
survival or
22.
something? Ooh.
Whichever one of you is making the like camp arrangements makes a survival check. Your stealth was 22, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm on the back just banging pots together. I got 12.
Okay. How about that survival check?
I got +1. I don't know if you want to do it.
I've got +8.
Well,
I'll do it.
I think I have +8 across all of my skills. If you added them all up, you would get to 8.
Let's see what we get here.
I got a lot of -1s.
That is a 24.
Cool. So you are on your guard exceptionally well, and you have hidden yourselves in a way that you think is very.
And I'm not going to stay in Quetzalcoatlus form while we are resting.
Right.
Did you take the pots and pans away from me so I stopped banging
I'm
them
going to take the pots and pans away from Finitier.
That sounds like a good idea. I have wisdom.
Drat, I was about to say something important.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, whatever I was saying was obviously not that important.
I always think that, and later, sometimes it bites me.
Yeah, I want you to tell me about your arrangements. What kind of a situation do you set up for this brief?
It's like a quick rest, right?
Yeah, it's not even. It's weird. It's not a particular kind of rest identified in the rules, except in this thing about flying.
It's just 1 hour break from.
It's just a 1 hour break from flying that recharges your like flying gauge or whatever.
Well, I feel like
it's not a long rest. Although you could take a short rest or a long rest here if you wanted to spend the time.
No.
So I am hiding in a Healy suit. Although based on my die roll, you decide what color that Healy suit is. Trying to look like a rock.
Well,
yeah, I might
helped you with his very strong roll of 22. He would have.
Yeah.
It erased mine.
Find some.
He painted my bright pink Healy suit rock colored.
I am going to, as an expert in the ways of the Cloudy Sea, I know that there is a particular type of rodent that smells utterly repulsive to most of the denizens of the Cloudy Sea. So I'm going to catch one and kill it and stake it out in front of nearby where we are, and everything will avoid us.
I love that. I love that idea. While you're doing that, something happens. Roll initiative.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You're working.
I just added up
with utmost stealthiness.
Added up my skills, and they literally add up to 9.
He's gonna kill us.
Can I add a guidance on initiative, or is that? I guess it doesn't matter.
I don't know. What does guidance say?
The skill check. So initiative isn't a skill.
I think initiative is not a skill check.
I got it.
Ability
9.
check. Whatever ability check is. I think abilities are skills.
You got a
I got a
9?
6.
I got a 9.
Awesome. What you see is a very suddenly. You start for just a second. You hear the creaking of branches, and then suddenly the branches to your northwest just start coming apart, and you see.
You froze.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard all of a sudden, and then you froze, and the Twitch stream is doing a little circle dance. Although it looks like it's back,
Okay,
but then
sweet.
you froze. Here, let me listen and see where it is.
Okay. Twitch stream. Are you there? Do underwear.
Huh, the Twitch stream got some of your story.
Huh, maybe you're just the one that froze because I could see Dave the whole time. Anyway, what happens is you see tentacles. They are grabbing trees near you, and then as you watch, you turn to look. The trees to the northeast of you are just wrenched apart from each other, and the tentacles and arms drag the school bus sized enormous conical shaped
What's
body,
a school bus?
A house sized
There we go.
Small house
body,
like Doctor House
of the Kraken into the clearing that it is creating by pushing the trees apart with his arms. I need each of you to make a dexterity, an acrobatics check to keep your feet as your little campsite resting place hidey hole is ripped apart as the trees are parted.
Okay, so because we're in initiative, I can't bless these skill checks.
We're in initiative. I think it would take an action.
Yeah.
All right.
17.
I love my dice. I got a 5.
No.
You know what?
How far into our rest was it?
I've been giving you advantage on these acrobatics checks because of your ranger stuff, Karadok.
Right.
So go ahead and take that. Do not say that I'm not fair and just and kind.
You're going to kill us with all the benefit we can get.
12 is sufficient. I want you to know that I rolled a 20 for the Kraken's perception check to find you, and its wisdom is +3. It's got 16 wisdom, so it got a 23.
So been one less.
And it beat your stealth check of 22 with that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was able to find you.
Throw the nasty rodent that I found at it.
So the first thing that's going to happen
in its beak
is that one of these tentacles is going to come right at you, Karaok.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! That's a jack dice.
If the dice falls to the ground, you can't use it.
Nope. Tell me, how is a 25 versus your armor class?
I think that beats it.
Where's my D10s?
Once it's on the ground, it's dead forever.
Take 12 damage from the tentacle.
Ooh.
Also, I want you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
5. Okay. Hello, that's a 24.
The tentacle attempts to grab you and grapple you as it smashes you, but you're able to slip out of its grasp.
I smack it with the rodent as it comes in, and it jerks away in surprise and revulsion.
One of the nasty arms comes at you, Fennetir, with an 18.
That hits.
You're going to take
I'm gonna die in one hit.
11 damage.
Ha! I'm dead. No, not really, but close.
And finally,
Does it have 8 more arms to attack with?
it has it's
Well, I guess 6 arms and 2, whatever the other things are called.
yeah, it's using 3 of its arms to grab onto trees.
Only
So
three.
it can make 4 arm attacks and 2 tentacle attacks. Although since it's using some of them to push the trees apart, it's not
Wait.
going to make all of those this round.
That's 9.
It has 2 tentacles and like 10 arms, I think.
No,
7
squids
arms?
have 8 tentacles and 2 arms. They only have 10 total whatevers.
Oh.
But I mean, they're your squid. They can do whatever. This
It's
isn't
2
real world.
tentacles and 8 arms
Just say.
for these particular
Yeah.
kraken. They've got the two that are longer, that go longer. Those I'm calling tentacles, and the rest are arms.
Gotcha.
But it's using most of those to do things like push trees apart, and like pull itself in. So it's not making all the attacks that it could, but it's going to make one more.
Hopefully it hits itself.
No, Karaok, go ahead and take 12 damage. Although actually, Karaok, you should not be taking any damage from this at all.
Why?
Don't you remember?
Okay. No.
Let me
You're already
read
dead.
Let me read you the rules that I sent you for your lycanthropy. Like all
Okay.
lycanthropes, you have damage immunity from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
Oh, hooray.
That's these.
Sorry, immunity or reduction?
Lycanthropes are immune from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
Nice.
You can use your action
Well
to
done.
polymorph into a lizardman Quetzalcoatlus hybrid, or a Quetzalcoatlus, or back to a lizardman. Yeah, lycanthropy is like crazy powerful.
Hey, can you bite me and maybe I'll survive this fight?
Karaok, it is your turn. The thing is maybe like 10 feet from you right now.
10 feet from me? Okay. I would like to, so if I'd like to, I'm gonna take the gross, nasty rodent that I have, and I'm gonna throw it in the thing's mouth. And while it is distracted by this, I am going to cast Pass Without Trace on myself and Fennetir and get us and hightail it out of here.
Okay.
What is our move change to? Our walking speed versus climbing through trees.
Your walking speed is half while you're climbing through the trees, and I make you make acrobatics checks.
I am or I should be
Right.
on.
Dave,
Yeah, but mine.
Karak will move as though walking over a nice easy field
Yep.
in this area.
I will move at a
Well,
blazing fast speed in my
maybe I
imagination
can,
of 15 feet per second.
Maybe
through
I
the
can
trees.
assist.
Every
Fennetir.
second, I'm 15 feet further along. That's just insane.
Every 6 seconds.
Oh, 6 seconds. That's not as good. But still, imagine you're in the top of a bunch of trees trying to top
So
that.
Karak, you spend your action to cast this spell. To hide is another action. You would have
To hide?
to take the hide
Okay.
action.
Oh, so I can't throw the animal.
I'll let
Daggone
you
it.
throw the animal as like a bonus action, if you don't want to take any other bonus actions.
Hmm.
But you cannot cast a spell and also hide on the same turn because both of those are actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I want to. Oh, I can't. Oh.
You can move, but you cannot make the stealth check to hide unless you take an action.
What does Pass Without Trace say, though? Do you have to separately hide?
It adds +10 to your stealth
checks. Oh, right.
Stealth checks, yeah.
So that's done. You're good. You've got the... Both of you have that.
He's trying to get an extra round of damage to kill me.
Tracked sub creatures. Yeah, well... I'm definitely casting that on me and Finatier. Yeah, and then I guess I'll just use my... there's no really good bonus actions. I am going to use my bonus action to throw the nasty rodent into the creature's mouth as a distraction.
Its mouth is not currently visible
What?
to you.
You are not fun.
You can bounce it off the thing's like mantle.
It doesn't care.
It probably has a
It
snout.
doesn't care if you throw it at its mouth.
And it doesn't want to eat this thing.
No.
Who's the expert here? Who's the expert ranger here?
Fenatier.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karalk, are you gonna move at all?
Yeah. Get away. Try and get away. Help Fenatier get away.
You can move.
I'm gonna move.
Where?
Away.
Okay. What's your move speed?
Normal.
What's the
30
number?
feet.
40? 30?
30.
Okay. So you move, make me a acrobatics check and you move 15 feet away.
I move at normal speed.
All right. Move 30 feet away and make me an acrobatics check with advantage.
Okay. Wow, this is awesome. I got an 8.
You slip and fall.
Hey, maybe the Kraken doesn't like going down.
I cannot roll today.
You fall really far because the Kraken has pushed the trees apart where you are.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to like start running away, you slip pretty soon and you fall through a bunch of empty space before you get to a tree branch. But you do finally hit a tree branch near the very bottom of the cloudy sea, like near the bottom canopy, very close.
What does that look like? Is that does it have like trees pointed down also?
Yeah.
Or are these roots?
Nope, the roots are sort of...
There's roots in the middle?
The roots are what are sort of entangling all the trees together. There are leaves on the top to catch the sun during the day and on the bottom to catch the sun during the night.
Gotcha.
And there's a cloud layer below as well as above.
So you basically just... But
mist.
Does gravity switch?
No. Gravity is down
so he's like
the whole time.
Hanging off the top of a tree.
Well, we don't know whether he succeeds in catching himself on this branch, just that it hits him.
Oh, you said he... Oh, okay. I thought you said he caught.
Should I...
You would take a bunch of bludgeoning damage from hitting this branch, except that it's not silvered or magical. Although,
well, I'm glad that you got a long way away.
But they don't count as magical weapons for the purpose of bludgeoning damage. So you're fine with the 66 bludgeoning damage that you would take. But go ahead and roll me up another acrobatics check with advantage.
What is that? Slightly better. It's an 11.
You barely hang on. I mean, tips of your fingers, your feet are like touching the leaves of the bottom canopy. Your toes are kicking into the vast emptiness of the underneath of the world, into which one would fall forever. Although you can fly, so I mean,
I can fly.
It'll take you an action to transform it to your Quetzalcoatlus form. So you're not really super scared of this, but you are pretty far from the action now. You fell 60 feet.
Okay.
Wow, these trees aren't as big as I thought.
this this is actually a place where the trees are like a little bit bigger than they would be. In this area, the trees vary between like 40, 50, 60 feet in total height.
Gotcha.
Fennetir, your turn. You just got this this spell cast on you that gives you extra stealth ability. You watched as Karaok, your friend, cast the spell, turned to run away, slipped and fell and disappeared from view.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
You there?
Wait. Yeah. Actually, so I feel like bonus action, no, I can't cast it using a bonus action. I can only move it around. So never mind. I'm not doing that. That's dumb. I will just use my action to hide.
Very good. Roll me up that stealth check.
And cantrips aren't like free in combat, right?
There we go.
I already tried that before.
They are not. They usually take one action.
What is B? Is that 20 or is that... Yes, I got 23, natural 20 to hide, plus 10, so 33 to hide.
Wow, you vanish.
Take that, Kraken! You thought you were going to kill me with like 10 attacks. Actually, it would have been the first attack that killed me, but Kraken can't find me.
The Kraken looks around. I mean, looks around. It.
Yeah, he can look real hard.
Fennetir, tell me what direction you went in when you hid.
I didn't know I could move also, but yeah,
No, well, yeah. If you went in any direction or used any movement before you hid.
I mean, I'm trying to get a little closer to what's his name down there, Gravy.
Okay, so
new
you
name,
can have moved,
but also further from the Kraken. So like,
I think your successful
2 points on a triangle.
Your successful stealth check can take the place of the acrobatics check I would usually require, and you can You can go 15 feet down if you want to go towards whatever direction you want.
Let's
But
do
you should pick a direction if you're going to move.
10 feet down and 5 feet away from the Kraken.
Okay, so east, south.
That big old nest of roots.
It came from the northwest.
Yeah, well, I'm imagining the Kraken and me are in a line, and I am away from on that line away.
So that 5 feet is going to be southeast.
Gotcha.
Okay, you do that. The Kraken like looks around, and it moves itself 20 feet to the north, just pushing trees away from it. It's actually moving away from both of you guys, but it's like hurling itself around, like as though looking for something, because it's looking for you too.
Haha! But even I hid so well, good. I hid Gravy.
I mean, I'm gonna make my stealth check now. That seems like a good idea.
Do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. That's with Whoo! Yes. Ha ha ha. That is a 34.
Oh, one better than me.
Come find me.
I actually got the maximum I could have gotten, though. I don't think you got your maximum, did you?
I got, I was one off. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
So you were both hidden.
Are we out
I
of
will
combat
try
now?
to, and then for my move, I'm going to very carefully try to move toward Finnetir.
Okay, the Kraken, you see it. Okay, yeah, you can climb 30 feet, and you'll be you'll be almost to him.
Okay.
Now you are hidden
Yep.
really, really well
Mm-hmm.
from each other and everybody else.
Wait.
I don't think
We don't
either
have
of
any
you
way
have a
of like.
power that like lets you find each other.
Veil of Shadows.
If either of you has like psychic communication skills.
I feel like when I've seen people cast Pass Without Trace, the party was not like, oh my goodness, I don't know where anyone in my party is now.
Yeah, but we allied so that they're like all holding onto the same rope or like touching each other's cloaks. But you two got separated and you couldn't see each other when you hid.
Okay.
So you don't know where each other are.
And we definitely don't want to call out because the Kraken's still around. Is it my turn yet?
Karaok is you moved, or so you hid and then you moved, and I guess you don't have anything else to do. So yeah, Fennetir, your turn.
Oh wait, let me see. Just a second. I might not want to do it. Haha! It does not say I have to be able to see him. I just have to hope that he's within range. I will bless myself and Gravy
Very good.
so that we get attack and saving throws for the next minute. We get D4 added. Just in case we need to make any of those.
The Kraken shoves itself another 20 feet north. So now it's about 45 feet north of the vertical line that you guys are on. And then it is going to use its ink gas attack, where it secretes a cloud of dark toxic gas that spreads in a cloud 50 feet radius.
Oh, that we're within that.
A strong breeze would dissipate the cloud, which otherwise disappears at the end of the Kraken's next turn. Inside the cloud, it is heavily obscured, so you cannot see. And you guys both need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
With 1d4. Boo.
Where's my 1d4?
I got
Constitution.
9.
That is a cock die. That is an 11.
Fennetir,
Did you add your d4?
Yeah.
take 3
Okay.
poison damage. Fennetir, Karaok takes 7.
All right.
And it is completely dark. You cannot see anything. This gas is just whooped out into the whole area. You guys caught the edge of it. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Karak, take that damage back. You see the gas, but it only actually connects with Fennetir. You're too far down.
Okay.
Karak, you can see, and you can see this big cloud of gas that has come out of the Kraken a little bit to the north.
Does Karak hear a very silent cough from Fennetir? I think I got the black lava pop.
Are you going to make noise?
Silently.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Karak, your turn.
Can the Kraken see through the cloud?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it still can't see me. I'm going to turn into a
Quetzalcoatlus and save us.
That seems ill-advised, but yeah, I'm gonna turn into bird, or I'd still be hidden from it, right?
I don't know if you can go from regular size to huge size in your
And
stealth
still
check
be hidden.
without at least having to make another stealth check.
But you still have plus 10 to that.
15, yeah.
Also, well, I mean, you should think about the environment you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like at the bottom of the.
You're 30 feet up from the bottom.
Oh.
I mean, how far am I from? Well, and I mean, there's a big cavity, though, right?
Yeah. Sort of on the edge of the cavity.
I mean, so I could like move into that.
Yeah.
And
what's the cavity?
In
the middle of the trees.
Shoved a bunch of trees away from itself when it came towards.
Yeah,
it.
but it's been moving and screaming and inking.
Yeah, it's actually closing up a little bit. As
okay,
the crowd
well,
moves north.
So this is what am I? So here's what I have in mind. What's it called? Okay, so I can fly 80 feet, right? As a Quetzalcoatlus. So, could I turn into my Quetzalcoatlus form and then dive bomb the Kraken from stealth? You get like that's a bonus, right? There is there like a bonus for attacking something from hiding?
Yeah, if it can't see you when you attack it, that's a sneak attack.
Right.
What does that mean? You have to have that skill?
I think you have to have the special skill to get extra.
Oh.
It's not just built in.
I don't think it's built in. Yeah, but you do have advantage. If it can't see you at all, you would have advantage on your attack.
Okay. So, which I would have if I'm stealthed.
Yes.
So I want to do that. I'm going to turn into a Quetzalcoatlus.
So I want you to understand that stealth is not like... It represents in the game world the fact that your character has hidden themselves and cannot physically be seen or heard. So you can't make a good stealth roll and then do a bunch of stuff that would mean that you got seen and heard and say, but I had stealth. Stealth is the fact that you're hidden. So if you come out of hiding, it vanishes. That's what stealth is.
So if you turn into Quetzalcoatlus, you're gonna lose your stealth, is what he's saying.
Well, can I maneuver around? Like, can I, in my flying, it can't see everything.
Describe what you want to do. If you want to fly stealthily, you can make a stealth check to try and fly stealthily as a huge dinosaur.
Yeah, I'd like to try to maneuver. I'd like to approach it unseen, or like I want to I want to sneak up on it.
Yeah,
I want to try.
You can absolutely do that.
Okay, so
you'll have advantage on your attack for sneaking up behind it.
Okay, so should I make a stealth check?
No, you don't have to make a stealth check. You're already hidden from it.
Okay.
You should make me an attack roll.
Okay. So
you're
I'm
gonna
using.
Fly up to it. There's sort of a tunnel through the trees where it's shoved them out of the way.
Yeah.
And as it's going north, and you can just fly right through that big wide tunnel and attack it from behind.
Okay, and I'd like with my dive attack.
With your dive attack, which means that it does not get doesn't get an opportunity attack on you as you fly away. It
Yeah.
is 40 feet. Actually, it's about. So you should understand this. It is about. It is something like 50 feet away from you,
Mm-hmm.
and so you're using 50 feet
You'll
of
only
your
be able
fly
to get
speed to
30
get
Okay,
feet
to.
so
away.
yeah, so then I could get like 30 feet
Yep.
distance from it. Yep. Okay, seems sure. We'll give it a shot.
And you can fly like this through empty space, but not
Hmm?
like through a forest.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Attack roll. Bite is +4 to hit. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Bite is +4 to hit. And and I have that, and I have the blessing. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, for Pete's sake. I got a 7.
You miss. Fennetir, it's your turn. You are able to see. So what you see is out from the side of one of these sort of pits that's been formed by the kraken shoving trees out of the way. You see, you see your dinosaur friend just bust out from the trees, and in a matter of seconds, turn from lizard man into dinosaur, and then fly north, right at the kraken, about 40 feet along. You see this like through maybe like 15 feet of trees, so you can see it here and there, little bits. But you're still
So wait,
concealed in the trees.
he doesn't disappear into a inky cloud.
Oh yeah, he does disappear into an inky cloud. Oh yeah, and I shouldn't have given you I shouldn't have let you hit it. You're in an inky cloud, but you missed anyway.
But he didn't hit it.
Right. It's
What?
fine. The inky cloud has not dispersed yet.
Oh, okay. Well, if I can't, okay, dude. If I can't get a clean shot at it through the cloud, I don't want to go at all.
Okay, so you don't. We erase all that. You don't do that. It's fine. Let's
Yeah.
rewind. What do you want to do with your turn?
Move away from it. Sneakily.
Which direction and in what manner?
Away from it. Sneakily.
There's always a line between the kraken and the person.
Okay, are you going to go straight down? Do you want to let me choose?
The kraken directly above him.
The kraken is
I guess
above you and to the north.
Above me and to the north?
Yes.
Oh,
go south.
You can go south. You can go north. You can go up or down. It's a three-dimensional.
Where's the island?
There's no island.
That we fell off. Yeah, there is. We were just on an island.
Nope. Did I say there
yeah,
was
we
an
were.
island?
North.
Yeah.
You asked me if there was how tall islands were, and I said most of them are such and such.
We landed on an island.
We did no such thing. I narrated nothing like that. How did you come up with that idea?
We just randomly landed just amongst the trees.
Yes,
no, we landed on an island.
That's exactly what you did.
That is not what we did. Why would we do that?
Because you didn't find an island.
Nowhere else to land.
I don't remember you saying you do not find an island. That's what you have to do to make it so that we don't land on an island. We kept looking until we found an island, and then we landed on the island.
You didn't say that.
Well, you didn't say we didn't land on an island, or else I would have said that.
You said
I'm gonna move.
I just assumed we landed on an island. So I said I wanted to look like a rock, not a tree.
I'm gonna
I want to look like a tree.
You're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of the cloudy sea.
I'm gonna move away from. Well, if it's north of me, I'm gonna move south and down.
Okay. You do so.
There. And yeah.
How far is he away from me now?
He is now something like 50 feet below you.
Ah,
But you don't see
And-
him. He's moving stealthily.
Yeah.
As a clever ranger, as a clever ranger who is a master of navigating in the cloudy sea, I'm gonna try to leave, like some sort of, I don't know, signal or something that Finitier might notice to show that I'd been there, but would not catch the attention of the Kraken.
Okay, your action is 6
I think
seconds,
your
so you can
Fintier is
do.
very perception.
You can carve your initials in a tree or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something like that.
Tie a strand of your leather.
I don't know, what do I even have?
Your leather thong to a
I'm not-
branch or
I'm
something
not-
like that.
Taking off my clothes.
Have you received any damage, Gravy?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I
By
don't
the
know.
way, you need to roll me the acrobatics check with advantage, and a stealth check if you want to move stealthily.
+4 die on each 1d4 on each roll.
And plus 10 because you've got the.
You can move stealthily at normal pace while alone.
Yep. So you can move 30
And-
feet, which is your normal pace.
Yep. So I shouldn't have to make a stealth check.
Does it say that?
Huh? I can move stealthily while
You can move
Stealthily.
stealthily at your normal pace. It doesn't say
While
you can
alone.
move
It's
stealthily without
usually
making
you
a
do a
stealth
stealth check.
I already made a
at
stealth
your-
check. I'm in stealth mode.
I think you got to do a new one.
Why do I
Stealth-
have to do a new one?
Stealth has no existence outside of the fact that you are hidden.
Right.
If you move, you have to hide again.
What? All right. Right, whatever. Okay. So wait, so what am I doing? Oh, right, I'm doing the acrobatics check. That's a little better. 16.
Cool. What's
Okay,
your
and
acrobatics check?
stealth check. Is that with it? That's not with advantage, right?
Stealth check is not with advantage, but you have
Okay.
this spell that makes it really awesome.
Right.
+2.
20, 30.
Cool. You do so.
Mm-hmm.
So
My turn?
What you did is you moved your distance and made a stealth check to hide.
Okay.
Like your action for this round was to take the hide action.
Okay.
Fenetier,
What's up?
it's your turn.
My turn. Is there like some sort of indicator on a
try.
spell if it's very noisy or attention grabbing?
Yes, there are like the things that you have to do to make it. So, for instance, it'll say like
VS.
yeah, verbal and somatic. So you have to make some noise. You have to say something verbally, and you have to make some gesture somatically.
But can I like mumble it really quietly?
There are special spells that you would get as like a special rogue warlock that would let you cast spells such that people would not
Silently.
be able to notice them.
Gotcha. What about Kraken's like 40 feet away from me?
Go for it. See what happens.
I will instead just keep hiding.
Cool. The Kraken shoves itself 20 feet to the southeast. So it's now a little bit closer to you guys. And
Okay.
it's going to look around for you. Karaok, your turn. The at this point the mist disperses.
Aha!
All right.
Not the mist. There's mist everywhere, but the dark toxic
The-
gas has dispersed.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
How far is it from?
It's not facing directly
Here,
away from you anymore. It's not.
Okay.
It's turned mostly around and come back towards you, but at kind of an angle.
How does this thing track us? I would know this. Being an expert in beast lore and the ways of the cloudy sea.
Yeah, normally Kraken have an extremely good sense of smell. Many things in the cloudy sea track in this way.
Thing is like giving off pheromones is how we hide from it.
So if I
Normally, any other character would have had to make a good nature check to know that. You
yeah,
got that for free because you're a ranger and you took that thing.
yeah, and I have beast mastery
Yeah, man.
as well, favorite enemy. So like I don't know, could I like leave a mark on a tree that might draw it toward that tree?
You can attempt that.
Or well,
Something like that would probably mean that it would have to make some kind of wisdom check to figure out what's going on.
sure, I'll do that.
As
Seems
with trying
good.
to trick any kind of creature.
Seems good.
You're gonna pee
Try
on
to
a tree.
do that. What's that?
You're gonna pee on a tree, rub your back on a tree,
Yup.
scent on
Well, yeah,
drool all over it.
trying to think of how I could need to get more space. I could mark one of my javelins and toss it, right?
You sure can.
Sure, let's do
Describe
that.
what you want to do, and I will tell you what check to make to see how well you do it.
I will.
For a ruse like this, I think a survival check would be appropriate.
Seems sure. I don't know. Gosh, I have like nothing in my possession. Well, I'm gonna pee on the javelin. Or spit on it. I don't know. Something. Yeah. I'm gonna mark the javelin. And
Which direction do you throw it?
Sorry, I'm bad at visualizing this.
It's hard to
So
visualize.
What?
I think west is
mostly above
open.
you.
Mostly above me. I'm going south, down. It's to the north.
It's somewhat to the north, but mostly above you.
How far to like laterally? How far away is it?
From the central shaft, you went 30 feet, 40 feet. It is actually pretty much directly above you.
Whoa, that moved. How far can it move?
It can move. It can move 20 feet. So it's really like 5 or 10 feet to the.
How is it above me? I moved 30 feet on my last turn, and it can only move 20
feet
feet.
At the very beginning.
What?
You fell 60 feet at the very beginning.
Yeah, but I've been moving away from it it's been moving away from me, and I've been moving away from it for 2 turns.
You fell 60 feet south.
Right.
You climbed up 30 feet. and then you went 30 feet southeast. It, from that same level, went 40 feet north, and then it went 20 feet southeast. So it is 10 feet to the northwest of you and 30 feet above you.
All right. Well, if I'm 10 feet,
You have 5 seconds.
Dude, I can't visualize this. Come on. The draw me a map. The thing is, like, I'm 10 feet down here.
Imagine a central space. Okay, here's the
Sure,
there's a center
with the
point.
Kraken at the center.
Center point. It busted into that central space, making a big
Okay,
gap.
no, just
from
tell
the
me
northeast.
where I am in relation. The Kraken is at 0. Where this is north,
30
this is
feet
south.
down.
Where am I?
10 feet southeast. You are 30 feet down and 10 feet
okay,
southeast
I'm over here.
of the Kraken.
Okay, so
30
here's
feet
the
down,
Kraken.
10
I'm
feet
over here.
southeast.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
30
Okay.
feet down.
Down.
10 feet southeast. Southeast is the direction between east and south.
Yes. Right. I'm gonna throw the javelin. I'm gonna throw the javelin, making sure that I don't throw it into space. Like, I don't, put a line between me and it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the javelin away from the Kraken.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So that the Kraken would have to go through you to get to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make that throw.
You can throw far enough to throw it into space.
I don't want to throw it into
So
space.
you're gonna toss it more gently and try and land it on some branches or tangle it in a tree before it falls out the bottom of the world.
If I threw it into space, it would think that I had fallen. It might think that I had fallen.
Do you think that that would be a difficult wisdom check for it to make? To figure out if a stick that fell down that smells like you is you.
I would know this. Smarter Krakens.
As a beast.
Yes.
I'm
suggesting to you that this is it. That a wise hunter would not just toss a pea-covered stick.
As a wise hunter, I will not do that. I will not throw the stick into space.
But you might plant it somewhere.
Yes, that is what I will do.
Stick it in a tree.
And then go away from it and hope that it smells that instead of
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
So you do that, yeah. So make me the your survival check to see how well you do at this.
Okay. So it's gonna be a +8 bonus. 21.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna move. So if it's coming, I'm gonna move away from the stick. But not. I mean, I'm not gonna go straight towards the Kraken, though. I mean, I guess I'm gonna. What?
Which direction would you like to move?
I guess I'm gonna go under it.
So that's northwest, 30 feet northwest.
Yes, if that
would take you under it and past it by 20 feet.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You You do so. Fennetir, your turn.
And how far away from me is the Kraken?
The Kraken is closer to you than it is to him. He just crawled below you, about you are 10 feet below the Kraken, but hidden very well, and he just passed 20 feet below you.
Well,
like,
I
that
think
same
I will
line.
just sit. I'll hold tight. I hope this Kraken leaves soon.
Let's see if the Kraken recharges its gas attack. And it does not. Let's do the Kraken's perception check. Whoo! The Kraken critically fails its perception check to try to figure out where you guys are.
It pokes both of its eyes out, trying to rub them clear.
And you see it.
It is certain that we're somewhere else, right?
You see it turn to the east, and start moving at a more calm and sedate pace away from you. Karaok, it's your turn.
No longer hunting.
Well,
it's
if
no
it's
longer like just throwing itself in between the trees, it is now sort of gripping and sliding between them more.
Okay, it's going east.
Yep.
So I'm going to move west and hide. So
make me the acrobatics check with advantage and a stealth check.
All right, acrobatics.
Plus 1d4.
Are you
plus
kidding
1d4.
me? I rolled 2 3s.
You still have the 1d4 and the plus 10.
Okay, so my acrobatics check was a 9.
Okay.
And
wait. Oh yeah. Okay. So you slip.
Jeez, crackers.
You slip, and
that is the second time. The last
You
acrobatics check that I failed, I rolled
1d4
2
also?
2s. Yes, I did. Oh
Um,
my gosh. I'm going to burn my dice after this.
you fall 30 feet and
Like that would help.
into a branch. Roll me another acrobatics check with advantage to grab on and hang onto the branch.
It's going to hear that, isn't it? Wow, okay. That's barely better. Wait, no, is that acrobatics? Wait. That's an 8.
Okay. You fall. Well, let's see if you do. I might roll a 1 here. Nope. You fall out the bottom of the cloudy sea.
Yay, I'm going to turn to a bird.
You turn into a Quetzalcoatlus.
Yay. Okay. And fly away from the Kraken.
Yeah, we're going to let the Kraken make a perception check to see if it notices all this going on, because it's not that far away yet. Yeah, I think it notices. It rolled a 17. It's got +3.
Yep. Well, I'm going to get as far away from it as I can.
Fennetir, go ahead and make me one last stealth check to see if it passes you by as it turns and heads towards the sound of the thunking down a couple of times off branches through the trees, and then transforming into a dinosaur and the flapping of wings as Karauk flies off.
21.
Awesome. Yeah, you see it like stop and turn quickly with like an animal quickness, and just start thrusting itself back through the tunnels that it came through, and then back through the trees and down.
I feel like I'm gonna lose my friend Gravy. Good thing we landed on an island and I can sit on it while I wait for rescue.
You cannot. There's no island.
I want to know how you imagine that we just landed. It's like we're at ocean and we're like, okay, we'll just land here in the water.
You guys in the ship, you haven't even encountered an island yet. Not even one. In the whole time.
I looked around and noticed that all the islands I could see were only 5 feet high. So I don't understand how I didn't land on one of those.
Islands are rare. You did not find one this time.
But somehow I knew that all the ones that I didn't find were 5 feet high.
Yep. No, if you want me to tell you about it, I can tell you about it. It's because most of the time when there's an island, it's because a kraken has died, and the lumps of levy inside of it have like sticks and rocks and trash and stuff that get caught in its field, and that becomes like a big lump that sometimes different creatures will live on.
Gotcha.
So these islands tend to have tunnels, and they're sort of mazy, and sometimes there are things like kobolds like to live in these kinds of places, and it's actually a sort of neat kind of dungeon I designed that you guys just haven't encountered yet. But there's always a lump of levy at the exact center, so sailors and adventurers will try to fight past whatever lives there to get in there to get the levy. And then once you get the levy, you've got to like run out really quick because the thing will start falling right away. That's what islands are like.
Then dig a hole directly from above the levee to the levee and just let it all fall away.
Yeah, that's the other thing that you can do. Yep. But you haven't encountered an island yet on your adventures, but from listening to the tales of sailors and things, you would know about them and like what kinds of things they are.
Gotcha.
Karaok. You have a really good flying speed. You're a very fast flyer. The Kraken is going to have one. Oh no! You know what? It can't breach on the underside.
Haha.
So what you're going to see is the Kraken pokes its head down through the underside, and its entire and then sees you, and its body. All of its arms are above it, reaching into the branches above in the above the canopy, and it's sort of monkey barring its way with all of its crazy arms like nuts after you, but it just doesn't do that very fast. You're much faster than it, so you can get away from it.
Yeah, I think that seems. I'll do that.
How far and how long are you going to fly, and what are you going to do?
I am going to fly until it stops pursuing me.
You can fly far enough that it will be out of your vision.
While keeping it
how far do I need to fly until it stops pursuing me? That's how far I'm going to go.
Okay, you take 1 level of exhaustion while tiring it out. You needed to stop flying to take a break after 3 hours of flying, or else you would take 1 level of exhaustion. And instead of doing that, you fought.
Can I do anything to try and lose it?
You can
maneuver. Well, okay. Like, rest. How about what if I mean, can I try to maneuver? I cannot. Okay. Like, obviously, I can. I mean, like, maybe I circle around behind it, try to get it disoriented and confused.
Describe what
how
you
about
want to do.
That I'm going to fly around behind it and try and try and lose it that way. Maybe like like once I've got it, once I have it, I don't know, like once it's lost sight of me, I'll swing back up into the canopy and turn into a lizard. Also getting like, maybe at least a couple 100 feet between me and it.
Okay. Yeah,
That-
so you're going to... Cool. So to try and lose it, that is going to be an acrobatics check for the flying, for the fancy flying that it takes to lose it. And it's going to contest that with a perception check.
Okay.
So we're going to see now if you can lose it. If you can, like, discombobulate it and get out of its way so that it can't see you. And I'm going to say, before we start doing these rolls, that you can do these fancy flying maneuvers, like, 3 times.
Okay.
And then you're going to start taking exhaustion from all the extra flying.
Okay.
Just because a ruling has to be made.
Dirty 20.
Let's see.
Would it? Well, actually, instead of an acrobatics check, could I do a stealth check?
Where are you going to hide yourself?
Could I do a maneuver where, like, I'm flying real fast and I get it going one direction and just real quick, I just zoop up into the canopy and turn into a thing, turn into a lizard.
The first part of that, where you do the maneuver, that's the acrobatics check that we just did. And you succeeded on it.
Oh, okay.
So you are able to, like, fly around it Tweety Bird style in, like, a cool fighter jet way that makes it turn its head first one way and then turn its head another way. And it's got, it's got those weird squid eyes that are not like, they're weird eyes. It's not super great at seeing. So you're able to lose it.
Yeah. Like, it has to move its body to get its eyes.
Yeah. It's got to, like, move its body around to line its eyes up. So
how many eyes does it have?
Same number as a normal squid, which I think is 2.
Is
Pretty
it?
sure squids have 2 eyes.
Oh, okay.
They're not spiders, man.
Yeah.
2.
Just the regular
Cool.
2. So now go ahead and make me that stealth check to see if you can hide in the trees. I got lost. I got lost there. Let me make sure that the Twitch stream isn't down.
It looks like it's still moving.
Awesome.
To me. I'll tell you if it stops. I see your mouse moving around.
Whoops. Go ahead and make me that stealth check now.
Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. 28.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
I'd probably try and get a couple 100 feet away if I can. I mean, like, get some decent distance between me and it.
Yep. So you hide yourself really well in the trees, and you can hear the trees creaking and see them sort of moving around as it hunts around for you, and it hunts around for you for a while. Half an hour.
Sure.
But it does not, as far as you can tell, or neither of you, it doesn't find either of you.
I can use this time to rest.
Mm-hmm. And
be very still.
A short rest?
Very quiet.
This time it stops. It doesn't move on. It just comes to a rest in the middle of the trees, wraps its arms around some branches, snags a bird.
How far away? I mean, like, it's a little ways away, right?
You're several hundred feet away. and also
Oh my gosh.
Fennetir is several hundred feet away as well. You don't know where
Oh.
each other are.
Right.
I kind of know where he is, right? I saw him.
Yeah.
You saw him like. Well, yeah. Roll me a perception check to see if. No, you know what? He was hiding. He did a really good job hiding when he
But I mean,
went
I
back
kind of
into
saw
the.
him.
You saw him when
fly,
he
right?
left, but when he came back in,
Yeah.
he hid really well. And
Gotcha.
I mean, you can do a perception check, but it was like, what was your stealth score to hide?
28.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I can't break that.
Mm,
Can't crack that nut.
all right. Well, I guess after waiting and resting for a little bit, I'll make my way up towards the upper canopy.
are you going to take your hour rest so you can fly again
Yes.
without risking
Yeah.
exhaustion?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Fennetir, and an hour starts ticking by. Are you going to just hold tight for an hour?
So what is my perception of the Kraken? Is it completely gone?
Roll me a perception check.
To try to get better than 18? I do not.
The Kraken isn't trying to hide, but there was a lot of like tricky maneuvering some distance from you. So there's a chance that like it just came in a place where you can't see where it is right now.
Well, I will just move to the top of the canopy so that I have like the dome of the sky within my easy perception.
Okay. Make me
And
that.
then we'll
Are you going to do so in a
acrobatics.
stealthy way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, when I get there, I want to definitely settle back in.
Yeah. So make me the acrobatics check and the stealth check.
What is that? 14 acrobatics.
Okay. You're good.
Do I still have plus 10 on the stealth, or?
How long does it last?
Sorry. Let me check. 1 hour.
No. So I
you
got
still
19
got
on
a
the
while
stealth.
on it. Yeah, you're good. I mean, you hide really well.
Sort of. I've hid better.
After maybe 20 minutes, the Kraken moves, starts to go in like a kind of circle. And as it goes, you can hear every once in a while a squeak or a strangled chirp. It's just getting some birds, some animals.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of grazing. It's moving along.
Is it getting quieter and quieter, or does it keep looping back around?
It's staying in the same general area.
Is my is my hour over?
It does that for maybe 15 minutes, and then it settles down again.
Okay.
It's in about the middle. It's neither.
I'm not going
top of the
anywhere for an
trees or
hour.
top of the trees.
I'm not going anywhere for an hour.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my rest.
Yeah, that's what it does. It's close enough and big enough that you guys can sort of sense its general motions from a good distance when you know it's there.
Yeah. I guess at the end of that period, I'm gonna start slowly and carefully and stealthily making my way up towards the upper canopy.
Okay.
And generally putting more distance between it and myself as I'm doing this.
Okay.
You know, I'll take my time, but
the acrobatics check with advantage and a stealth check.
Okay.
But no more plus 4 d4.
That's true. The blessing is gone, and your
Okay, acrobatics check is 19.
You're good?
And the stealth check is... Oops, that was not... stealth check is 21.
Yep.
Okay. So I make it to the canopy?
You do. You're whatever. Yeah, you can. It's possible to be near the canopy in two different ways. You can be sort of clinging to the branches just under the canopy, and then there's like these stalks that hold up the leaves that are maybe 5 feet long, most of them. And you can also, if you're like general humanoid size, you can like belly crawl on top of the leaves, but still be underneath of the mist, and be hidden in
Okay.
either of those ways. One of those hides you pretty well with the mist above you and the leaves below you. The other one doesn't hide you quite as well, but it's more, you're less likely to fall.
Right. Okay. Let me think.
You already made you already made a very successful acrobatics check to get to wherever you want.
Right. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what to do next. Do I know any tricks that are like my skills? Do I know any like tricks or techniques for?
Yeah,
Well, no.
you have a wealth
My-
of knowledge of how to hunt kraken if you have the boats and the tangle harpoons. You also know that they do not normally stalk humanoids like this.
What? Huh. Okay.
It's your werewolfism.
This is strange behavior.
Interesting. Well,
It's not like if I don't know. Never mind. It's
sure.
like if there's a ferocious beast that would not normally hunt people, but this one is, and it seems to be hunting
So
a
either it's
specific
rabid
person.
or it's attracted to your
Yeah.
death.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was flying around like a giant bird and not like a people.
Yeah, but it only hit me.
Yeah.
It only damaged me.
I need to find Finitier.
Yeah, I got no
Why
sort
don't we
of
take our
magic that
10-minute
can
break?
help us with that.
Let's take our 10-minute
Why don't we
break.
do that? That
Come
seems
back
good.
at 9:20, and we will see
Stronger and more awake.
stronger and more awake and ready to face what the Cloudy Sea has for us.
Are we ever ready? Of course we are.
Like those batteries. Ever
Yep.
ready.
I don't really have a... I'll just stop streaming.